And now a message from the next President of the United States of America.
Ah, America, the land of family, freshly baked apple pie, baseball, whatever this thing is supposed to be. Don't you want to go back?
Hi, my name is Senator Aidan from Flagstaff, Arizona, and I'm the one who'll bring us back home. The truth is, the United States of America hasn't changed since the 50s. I mean, it's a fundamental fact that we're the greatest country in the world. Firstly, we've never lost a war in our entire history as a nation. And secondly, ever since Northern Europe accidentally opened up all of their dams and sank themselves into the Baltic in 2021, our economy has been number one for 30 years. This can obviously be mainly attributed to our strong domestic foreign policy, a great American tradition carried by the many presidents of before. But sometimes you need to change tradition. Sometimes the American way needs an update. I call it the two birds policy, a piece of referendum that combines both the major points of our economic and domestic policy into one enormous bill. Our top men at the Bureau of Cash and Money did the math for us and found that by annexing Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq, and North and South Syria into the Union, we could cut out our national debt by 97%, with all the new citizens paying taxes and the nationalization of their industries. In fact, top researchers at Harvard-Yale University predict that after we do exactly this, the Dow would go up about 6 Brazilian points. That's a lot of money. But of course, Europe has problems with my two birds policy, going so far as to condemn it even before I put my pen on the paper. The Greater Germanic Republic, for instance, told us that it, quote, impeded on national sovereignty. And Queen Elizabeth II, just last year in 2053, told us that we were about to bite off more than we can chew, and that we should focus more on getting those giant rats out of the MTA before messing around in the Sahara. And to that I say, we won't. You know why? Because we are Americans. The last great threat was China, and although they reformed in 2025 after a war with Taiwan, they have the political integrity of a wet tissue and the strength of a 5-year-old building a stick. The next one on our list is the DPRK, but they haven't been a threat since we flew an air raid over Pyongyang, dropping all 10 seasons of Friends onto the populace, which to this day may be one of the worst war crimes committed in human history. Sorry. This leaves a blank list all the way down to number 51, the USSR.
The Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up.
Yes, that's what we wanted you to think.
The rumors are true. They're back. But we are as strong, if not as strong, as ever. We produce more military equipment than food these days, and the mandatory enlistment at the age of 24 brings our total number of available soldiers to just over 460 million freedom fighters. But remember, the Cold War was cold for a reason. We made Premier Mikhail Gorbachev step down and lower the red and yellow for the final time not through bullets, but by our strong foreign and economic policy. Even if nuclear war didn't exist, it wouldn't have been a doubt that we could invade and annex Russia into the Union. But of course, history is history, and America prevailed as always. But of course, there are some doubts as to how we could beat the Neo-USSR, especially how I could handle a war against Premier Shigorin. But I like to remind them about our heritage first. When we were only teenagers, we beat the British Empire at its height in 1793, and we did it again as young adults in 1814. We stormed the beaches of Normandy on D-Day, orchestrated the entire liberation of Europe single-handedly, and planted Old Glory into the surface of the moon. The Star-Spangled Banner flies from sea to shining sea. It flies in Ottawa, it flies in San Juan, it flies in Liberia, and it flies in Vietnam. Do you know what we did to Premier Gorbachev, our greatest enemy in the latter stages of the Cold War?
Это из-за него у нас политическая нестабильность.
Да благодаря ему у нас свобода.
Полный хаос.
Перспективы.
Политическая нестабильность.
Да благодаря ему у нас есть Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that's right, we put the man in a Pizza Hut commercial. The blood of victory runs through our veins. It is a fundamental genetic trait of all those who are born in America, the very essence of which is distilled within the American Exceptionalist Party, living within me as long as the 500 congressmen, women, and senators. This party makes this country great, and a vote from all of you listening will help keep this country safe from the clutches of the Neo-USSR, and a promise to put Premier Shigorin in someplace far worse than a Pizza Hut commercial. Don't believe me? With new technology developed by Columbia University, why don't these past presidents tell you why they're going to be voting for me?
Senator Galvez tells the truth like I do.
He'd definitely be a better president than I was.
He wants to increase the military budget by 4,000%. How could you not vote for him?
What can I say? He plays the saxophone.
I should have known Dick Cheney was the president, not me.
Unfortunately, President Obama is busy right now, but he probably endorses whatever it is you're doing.
So when you're driving your car to the voting center and filling out your ballot this November 3rd, remember what those fine men had to say about me and the AEP. And then I want you to remember to vote not for the America you want, but for the America you deserve. You deserve more land. You deserve less taxes. You deserve to watch communism fall for a second time, and you deserve the pride in being an American. And with a vote for me, I'll promise each and every one of you living in these 72 United States a patriotic pride never felt before since the first shot was fired in Lexington and Concord. I'm Senator Aidan Galvez, and I approve this message. God bless America, and God bless us all.